Video games are without a doubt the most bang for your buck in the current landscape of entertainment. Where a movie or show is fun to rewatch from time to time and may hold more of an emotional impact for some audiences, the sheer amount of hours a game can give you in one playthrough is incomparable. And there's one genre that fits that idea more than any other: MMOs. No, wait, hold on, that's not right. Let me check the script. Yeah, okay, MMOs fit it better probably, and both MMOs and roguelites mean a lot to my history with games, but today I want to talk about roguelites. My history with roguelites started in 2013, but before we talk about my first obsession, I want to talk quickly about the history of the genre. And to do that, we need to go back to the 1980s, where Call Me by Blondie was top of the charts, Star Wars Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back was coming out, and a small little game called Rogue was defining a genre. The idea for the game was to create an adventure story where the game can surprise the creator with how it generates the world, loot, enemies, and so on. As for the game itself, it plays like a dungeon crawler or a mystery dungeon today. Inspired by tabletop games like D&D, you take on the role of an adventurer going through the dungeons of doom to find the Amulet of Yindor. Now, this game is definitely old. It's fully sprite-based, enemies are only letters, there's no audio, and all of the inventory, combat, and menus are text-based. Now, in full transparency, I had no idea that Rogue was a game, or that the genre as a whole was defined by it, until writing this video. But I saw it on Steam for $3 and figured I would give it a try for the video and see how it holds up to modern roguelikes. And holy crap, does this game hold up. Not only that, but I found myself playing it in my free time instead of a lot of other games I'm still in the process of beating. This is definitely not a game everyone is going to be into or enjoy, but for someone who likes older RPGs, it felt really good to play with quite a lot of depth added to a 5 megabyte game. And there's your very brief little talk about Rogue. I just wanted to talk about it. I'm sure there's better videos that are more analytical about it. I just wanted to dip my toes into it because I thought it was a cool game and I wanted people to try it maybe. Going back to the game that got me addicted to the genre, Risk of Rain, my first. It was recommended to me by a friend, and just like that, I was done for. My life was forever changed by the sweet gameplay and seductive songs of the genre. With so many different sub-genres and different types of gameplay in this format, I had endless amounts of games to play, and after a reasonable amount of hours in Risk of Rain, I needed more, so I jumped to a small little indie game that no one has probably played, The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Now this was a game for me. It was silly. It had cool interactions with items that made me always feel like I was discovering something new. It had secret bosses and endings, and it was really gross, and I didn't like that too much. But it was awesome. It was also the only game I could play for a while in 2017. I moved and did not have internet or any of my things in this new state, minus my laptop for college, for about 2 months, so it was the only game I did, and it was perfect. For a while. I look back on my 300 plus hours with Isaac and the DLCs I did get for it with a cathartic fondness. I haven't sat down and played the game in years now. Heck, there's a whole DLC that came out for it that I'm probably never gonna get or play because I feel like I got what I needed from the game when I played it before. And this is what keeps me looking for a game to scratch an itch only a roguelike can scratch for me. Going on the quest to find a game with a unique twist or smooth gameplay, oh, it just gets me excited when I find a roguelike that hits just right and I can sink my teeth into. Now, you might assume from my gushing, roguelites are one of my favorite genres, and they are, but it's in the same way that Souls-likes are. By the way, that's a stupid genre. I hate the Souls-like marketing term so freaking much, but that's not what this video is about. Where it's not the genre itself I'm in love with, but the creativity devs can bring to the genre to evolve it or just polish it with clean gameplay going from one obsession to the next. After getting my fill of Isaac, I went on a bender of roguelites that I just kinda dabbled in, playing games like Mana Sparks, Children of Morta, and Enter the Gungeon, all of which are good games in their own right and gave me many hours of gameplay, but none of them scratched the itch to keep me going for hours on end. So I went looking for games that maybe were more unique or less action-oriented, and I found nothing for a long time because of Risk of Rain 2. And I played that game for a modest amount of hours, and nothing else for a couple months straight, and all the years to come after so far. This is just one of those games I have downloaded on any gaming device I can because it's my cozy game. But I talk about this game too much. People might start to think I'm obsessed with it or something. I could spend a whole video length talking about this game and why I like it and things I don't like about it, but I don't want this video just to be about Risk of Rain. I want to talk about why these games keep me coming back to them time and time again for years after they come out. And for me, it's a really simple thing. They're easy to pick up and do a run and turn off. I don't need to focus on a deep or serious story most of the time. I don't need to rely on other people most of the time to do well. And while some of the gameplay loops in these games get stale more quickly than others, most of the time there's enough variety that I feel like I'm always learning new things or interactions or builds. In a lot of these games now, I can also just turn it off in the middle of a run and pick it back up later in a day or a week, so it's super easy to play for a few minutes, then pause and continue to do other things I'm doing. Hell, there's a good chance that I'm playing a roguelike right now while editing this. But the thing that keeps me coming back to these games more than anything is how unique they can be in their genre. Game genres I never thought I would try or enjoy have given me dozens of hours of entertainment. Colony sim management games, which I always want to like but never do, are some of the games I've been playing the most recently. Kingdom New Lands is a colony sim tower defense management roguelite that is really unique for how easy it is to pick up. There are only 4 buttons: move left, move right, hold up to spend money, and shift or whatever controller uses to sprint. And it's a management colony sim game, a game genre that I never enjoy playing. The gameplay for those uncultured among you has you take on the role of a king or queen whose goal it is to build a kingdom, from the day, build up your kingdom walls in the day, expand your borders and hire peasants to defend you during the night. While you're expanding your domain, you stumble into other interactables. Most importantly amongst them being a boat. This is your main goal in the game. Each island will have one of these boats. I guess you crash into the new islands, losing your ship you just built to get there, but I don't know the lore, whatever. The goal is to build the boat, get it to the dock safely, and take off to new lands. From the title. Now, the game may sound bland for the way it looks or how I'm describing it, but the tension I've felt playing this game when I'm in the woods and I know the sun is going down, and I don't know if my horse will be able to make it back behind my walls, that fear is almost non-existent in many games whose goal it is to make me afraid of the dark. This isn't the only roguelite that made me really enjoy a subgenre I normally don't like. There's a small little game that came out a few years ago that is in a genre I actively dislike, but somehow it got its long fangs into me nonetheless. Vampire Survivors is still a wildly huge success, and I kinda got a little into it. I need to stop playing these games, man. This little AFK survivor game wasn't the first of its kind, and after its success, it's going to be far from the last. But it's the first one that I found myself playing in my free time by choice. It was just a mixture of the music, items, and all of the little secrets in the game that just kept me playing for so many hours. And the fact that I could just do a run and tab in and out whenever I need to move or select my level up reward made it really easy to multitask with. And this is what makes me love the genre so much. The fact that I can play a game for almost 100 hours in a subgenre I normally dislike because of the twists or the decisions the dev made that had it click for me. And now I know this genre isn't for everyone. Some people need a more linear game with defined goals, or an open world sandbox elements with base building. But we got those too! There are games like Hades and Dead Cells that are great story-driven linear games with good writing, good gameplay, good progression. And there are games like Muck and Don't Starve that are extremely popular base-building survival games, and one of them's free! It's this one. It's this one right here. Muck's free. It's fun too. I don't know. I know I'm biased. I'm just a little slut for this genre, I guess, and wanted an excuse to talk about some games I love. And saying that the whole genre is good as long as devs can keep being creative and unique is fucking stupid, cause no shit. Because being creative and unique is important in all genres no matter the medium. But I hope you still enjoyed my ramblings. If you liked it, like it. If you really liked it, leave a comment. And if you really dislike it, tell me why I'm wrong. I know a lot of people don't like roguelites, and that's fine. If everyone liked the same stuff, life would be fucking boring. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go fucking play Rogue more. Alright, got
There's
gold.
an ice monster attacking. Oh, you're getting fucked up.
Me?
You didn't read any of that?
No, what happened?
It just said an ice monster. You should be.
Oh,
I think you should move a little slower, pal.
okay. You missed the swing of the ice monster. You barely missed the ice monster. You missed the ice monster. The ice monster scored an excellent hit on me. Okay.
The ice monster behind you.
That's fine.
You should. Oh,
Hey!
you fucking killed it.
Let's go.
The ice monster.
Jesus, I know.
Go up. Go up.
I'm trying. There's a lot of shit happening.
No,
Come
circle
on.
around it.
Yes, I
You
killed
beat
it. Okay, I have one hit left.